Good morning and welcome to the Family Cyber Clinics live Q&A. Yes, it's upon us and yeah, I'm ready. Are you? Like we do each week, I'd love to welcome you to our live Q&A. It is a very packed weekend for me, so that's why we changed the time from noon to 10 a.m. And I'm hoping at least getting it out of the way makes it easier for you. Many of us shop over the weekend, so it may be a bit hectic if we do it at noon as we've always done. And I'm finding that perhaps with this tweak, we may just sit with the 10 a.m. slot, but I'll have to review it based on attendance today. Okay. Needless to say, our gathering is our engagement is for you to ask questions and for me to provide the answers. I make this hour available each month so that you can, reach out to the clinic for advice. We select 3 to 4 questions each month, that we will focus on and answer in case we don't have enough questions from our live engagement. And so those 3 questions are prepped and ready. I always give precedence to those who come live, and it's only fair, So we would sit out and wait for our live, the live audience to send in questions so that we can answer them accordingly. I'm looking at the meter, and I can see that people are joining, so it would make sense to wait a bit. But I trust that you're fine, you're doing well, and that all the confusion with the tier system, the lockdown that we're coming out of or from, has not been, chaotic for you. And if it has been, I'm sincerely praying that things will mellow as we approach the Christmas proper. So I'm hoping that we can, make the best out of this hour. There's so much happening. And you see, I know it's a fact. I've said this before in other videos that wherever you have a distraction or commotion, that's where you have the rogues thriving, because families have taken their eyes off the ball, making it so easy for the rogue to exploit, subtle carelessness that we often, make at this time, especially the season. We have Black Friday, there's Cyber Monday. All these are chaotic times. And so it's the time to remain really vigilant. If you have a young one who is looking forward to purchasing on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, of course, you have to sit with him or her and make sure that they're being diligent as they shop. And if they're too young, they should have no business shopping without you anyway. So guiding them through this season, through this process, is just the best that we can do for them as parents. I keep saying that our kids are a lot older, and the experiences I've had, stewarding them through their internet journey has, given me enough. And of course, my career itself has informed me enough to give you a lot of feedback, a lot of advice, and you will do well to take them on board. Okay? Yeah, I'm still seeing people coming on. It's only 4 minutes past. Well, I say only. We only have an hour, so every minute counts. but we have a few more minutes before I dig in. So for those who are just arriving, I'm so happy that you've made time. And an unfortunate thing happened, and you'll find that the Facebook Live that I promised, I've got to confess, the testing didn't go too well. And I didn't want to deny our Facebook fans and family the opportunity to ask questions. Getting comments from Facebook into the broadcast was proving a bit dodgy, and I didn't have enough time to troubleshoot and nail it down. And so I felt that it was perhaps prudent not to get that in. I informed them of the YouTube live broadcast. So the Facebook family, who we really treasure, can click the link there and get to see the YouTube rather than it just showing natively in Facebook. I'm hoping with testing and trials that will happen on our last broadcast for the year, late December. So please bear with us. YouTube is still wonderful and you can click and watch. It's just that you're going to go out of the app rather than it being native. So I'm sorry for those who were hoping that we'll be live on Facebook. We will be, but not today. Okay? Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, it is 6 past. Do I give it another minute? I can see that people are joining. I've just got to, let me add that so you can see. Someone has just said good morning to all of us. Good morning to you, Baba Sean. You're very welcome to the broadcast. Okay, so we would hold out for a few more minutes. The thing is, once I start addressing those questions, there is no stopping me. So it's crucial to get a lot of things out of the way. Some of us have young children, some of us have teenagers. This platform is for you. Each week we are adding videos. So the portal is growing and it caters for a lot of things. You'll find that some of the answers that I will provide for the questions that we have are answered in a video. And I will make an effort to put the links to those videos in the description post broadcast. But the videos are there. And so I will be answering the question and then pointing you to where you can get the video. Okay? Good stuff. Good stuff. What do we do? What do we do? Do we wait? Do we wait? I'm not intending to wait any further. I'll take a sip. Good stuff. Okay. All right. I think it makes sense to kick off now. And so I'll take us to the first question. I think I've pretty much covered everything that I was supposed to cover. So I hope I haven't missed anything. But I will take us to the first question. And hopefully we can kick off in earnest. Okay. So I'm hoping you can see this. So let's go to the first question. I don't know, I can't hide it, but I'll just put it there. All right, so I copied this from the platform, and the first question you can see there is: my boy loves playing games online and tells me it's very safe these days, not like in our days. How rude. How rude. And the person is asking, Dexter that is asking, can I rest in my son's assurance? Okay, so it's saying my boy loves playing games online and tells me it's very safe and that it's not as flaky as it was in our day. What a nerve. And so the Dexter is asking, can he rest on his son's assurance? The first thing that I'm seeing there straight away is that Dexter is in that category of parents who are not technically astute. And so our son making that claim has thrown him. And so he's asking the question. And that's okay. That's fair. I can't see that that's a bad thing. But really, it should be the other way around. And that's why the platform exists. I am passionate to get you equipped so that when your son or your daughter makes such bold assertions, you are very convinced it's either true or you have the facts that will throw that out of the park. Okay? So there's no harm in your son or daughter giving you assurance that what they're doing is safe. But you only rest easy if you've done your homework. And don't forget, the platform encourages that you go on this journey with them. So you would be able to make that assertion when your son or daughter is mature enough on a platform or a portal where they would confidently say, I'm playing games and I've done, or, I've made sure all the best practices are in place. We've said, and there's a video, this is one, actually all three questions have a video, but you find videos addressing this very issue, where you have your young ones who are into gaming and they love gaming offline and online. Particularly the online, which is the question we're addressing, the online engagement. There's a lot of harm out there. There are people out there who want to play games with you, but they want to play bad games with you. And so you've got to make sure that your platform is secure. That's your console is secure. So you secure it by enabling parental controls and making sure that there are no no opportunities for illicit purchasing, because it can happen. You just lock it down, lock the game console down. And of course, don't speak or play with strangers, play with people you know. And there's a lot of things that you can do, and then that video covers it. The link will be in the description, but it's due diligence. So answering Dexter's question directly, do you rest easy on your son's assurance? The easy answer is yes, only if you and your son are on this journey together, because you would have known what they do, how they engage. But for those who are not technically savvy or technically, can I use the word challenged? Don't want to insult the parents on the platform, but ultimately you don't have enough. And for those people, no, don't rest on that assurance. Come to the channel, consume the content, get knowledge so that you will get to a place where you are on par with your young one technically. And then you can rest easy if that comes up. I noticed that it says boy. Girls are also, and I was stumped, I don't know why, by when I learned that girls are also into gaming. Well, I'm clueless because I don't game. So I'm excited that girls can game. But yeah, so please, if your son is savvy and you've gone on this journey with him, Dexter, please go ahead, and no need to lose sleep over it, because you should have some confidence in your son. And for those who have younger sons who have the same dilemma, then you've got to make sure the things I mentioned earlier are in place so that you've locked down the system and no harm can come. And of course, if you have no clue at all, you don't have the time, but your son is insisting on online gaming, then there's no harm in saying no, because you're the internet, you're providing the internet. And so any nasties that come in, you'll be culpable. So you either skill up get the knowledge from our content on the platform or elsewhere that we've recommended in many videos, or just don't allow online gaming until the whole family is prepared. But there's no harm in having offline gaming, so they can play on the console, but just not with other people. With COVID guidelines, coming into the house, inviting people into the house may not be an option. But when things are really open again, then your son can, invite people or go and play, outside the home, but it's important. Don't send them online until you are prepared as a parent and they are prepared too. Okay? I hope that has addressed that question. I'm still looking. As you can see on the screen, the ticker is saying, please send in your questions via the comment section, and we'll make every effort to answer those questions with the time that we have. Okay? All right. I think we can go to the second question. I think I'm too fast. I don't want to, but we'll just go to the second question. Okay? All right. Second question. We have it there. It says, this is Jane. Jane is saying that my daughter is forever recording videos on Snapchat and TikTok. How safe is this? I'll read it again. It says, my daughter is forever, that's just painful, recording videos on Snapchat and TikTok. How safe is this? Okay, so I did some research on this to find out, especially Snapchat. I think I stewed on the Snapchat platform, and we'll look at a link at some point so that you can see what Snapchat says. Now, recording videos on Snapchat and TikTok is fun for our young ones. It's fun for them. In fact, I went to a school, I think it was on Wednesday, and I could see the kids placing their phone at an angle so that it will capture them while they're doing their boogie dancing. Now, as I said, it's fun. Do I condone it? I'm neither here or there, but it's important to emphasize to the young one. And now, Jane, this may answer the question for you. Snapchat is an online portal. I've shared a video again. I'll place it in the description. The internet does not have a delete key. There is no delete key on the internet. So once you put the video online, that's it. It's online. And I hasten to add that it's online forever, and I will qualify that. As I said, I'll show you. Let me show you this link. And I think it's quite important at this time to show this to you. This is information on Snapchat. Let's go to Snapchat. I hope you can see the screen. And it says, when does Snapchat delete snaps and chats? There was a time when Snapchat was really in its peak. The kids were selling the Snapchat engagement, or getting involved with Snapchat with this, the videos are deleted, immediately. In fact, I think at the time, if I'm not wrong, it was 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes. And that was going on for a long time. And many kids sold that to their parents. And their parents would say, okay, well, if it gets deleted, it's okay. You see, that's not what we are recommending. We're recommending that you get more involved. And again, Jane, I hope this is answering your question. We get more involved and understand the parameters, the policies. And that's why I went to the support page for Snapchat. And this is what Snapchat says. It says, you can see it there. It says, when does Snapchat delete chats? Okay, let me try and increase that font. That's a bad idea. I'll leave it there. I hope you can see it. It said delete is our default, they say. This means most messages sent over Snapchat will be automatically deleted once they've been viewed or have expired. Now, it talks about snaps, as you can see there. It says Snapchat servers are designed to automatically delete all unopened snaps after 30 days. What that means is all unopened pictures or snaps, whatever you want to do, are not deleted until after 30 days. So it's the unopened snaps. Snapchat servers are designed to automatically delete unopened snaps sent to a group chat after 24 hours. So you see a profile building, okay? Then it talks about chats. It says the chats are designed automatically to be deleted when sent in one-on-one chats after both Snapchats chatters have opened and left the chat. Messages can be set to so you can delete it a lot quicker or longer if you want. They allow you change the erase rules in the chat settings. But it insists that Snapchat servers are designed to automatically delete unopened chats after 30 days. Having that information to hand, it would mean that if you have an unopened chat or picture or video, whatever it is, unopened by either party, you sending it and the person receiving it or the group receiving it, that information stays on their platform for 30 days before it's automatically deleted. So if you've done an oops and no one has, read it, you didn't know you did an oops, maybe, it's going to be there for 30 days. Now I go further to say that rogues and very canny or savvy kids have recording applications on their platform, or rather on their mobile phone, tablet, whatever. So when they open Snapchat and view your video, they can record that. And that's why I said that the internet does not have a delete key. And when I say internet does not have a delete key, I'm basically saying that once it's out online, because of what I've just told you now about the people being able to record anything that shows up on the screen, that information can be recorded and stored offline. So what you were thinking would be deleted when it's opened is on somebody else's phone. That's why I boldly said that the internet does not have a delete key. And so if you are, like Jane asked, let's go back to her question. Like Jane asked, if you are uploading, let's ask the question again so that those who are just visiting can see it. She says, my daughter is forever recording videos on Snapchat and TikTok. How safe is this? Well, it's not safe if the videos that she is uploading are inappropriate because of the things that I've just shared. And your knowledge now is that the internet does not have a delete key, which means upload with care. I don't know how else to explain that further, Jane. Recording videos comes with consequences. You know, if you upload an inappropriate video, it's going to be online, it's going to be on somebody's phone, and that, especially the offline content, they're not mandated to delete it. So what's now offline can become an online, can go online again if that person who recorded it decides to post it to start stalking you. So basically, I would say tread carefully with your daughter. Make sure she understands that these things are dangerous. Yes, it's a bit of fun. And I think TikTok is the same thing, or at least similar. Not similar in the fact that they delete content and all that. I've not researched that, but I won't be surprised if they have similar timelines. But what is universally true is that people, especially kids, young ones, have recording applications that can record their screens, which means what you think will disappear after a few minutes because you've opened it can be recorded before that happens, which just defeats the whole ethos of, oh, it gets automatically deleted once viewed. Someone has recorded it, so it's on their phone. And of course, if it's on their phone, it can come back on the online or the internet. So tread carefully. And again, we talk about appropriateness. Make sure you're hammering that into your son or daughter's, well, in your case, Jane, your daughter's mind, that she has to be, of course, if she has to be playing, the kids will always find a way. Make sure that you are not, and I'm against blanket, stops. Just say no. That used to work in our day, but now we've got a dialogue with them, get them to understand why we are making the suggestions we are, and get them on board. That open door policy is crucial, absolutely crucial. Okay? So I hope, Jane, that's answered your question. And I'll stall first because I'm still waiting for people online to ask questions and they're not. So we've answered Jane's question and we've answered Dexter's question. The next one is another one, and it may be a lot lengthier than the other two, but I will wait a bit. Well, you know what? I'll answer that question in a few minutes when I just, sort of summarize what we've done already. And then I'll answer that question. And if we have to close earlier than normal, that is exactly what I'm going to do. As I said at the beginning, it's a hectic weekend. I'm here for you. I'm giving you an hour and an hour only. If you have concerns and questions post this broadcast, please feel free to ask your questions via the comment section or via email if you want to go incognito. Okay? So for those who are just coming, we've addressed some concerns already. But I mentioned at the beginning that we're here for you. The live Q&A is for you. We still ask and answer questions. Rather, we still answer questions that you have post-broadcast. So feel free to engage. I also made an apology for not being able to broadcast to Facebook Live. And that's solely because I couldn't capture the comments or questions that will come from Facebook Live into the broadcast without troubleshooting or tweaking. And we didn't have enough time to conclude that. So we held back. I promise that by our next live Q&A, which will be late December, we would have fixed it. Okay, we just didn't have enough time. I made the announcement a week ago that we'll be going live. What I have done is pasted the YouTube live URL or link to many of you on the Family Clinic's Facebook page so that you can click through. So it's not natively going to be playing via the Facebook app. It will take you out into YouTube, which is as good, if not better. I may stand corrected. But quality-wise, you're not at a loss, okay? So please forgive us, bear with us. We will definitely be doing that in the next live Q&A. I also mentioned, I hope you're keeping safe with all that is happening. We believe that with Cyber Monday and Black Friday, all those things happening this weekend, it is crucial that we stay alert. Make sure as parents that we are looking for the red flags, because rogues are out to really exploit the season. Wherever you have so much traffic we say on the platform, rogues tend to gather. And so please be diligent. And then for your kids, make sure you're not allowing them go to town with your credit cards because there are rogue offers online, and that's Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So you've got to stay on top of this, okay? Don't allow the rogue to get away, with anything. As I said, because you are focused on something, intently, the rogue knows how to distract you, and exploit that. So please be diligent, you and the young ones. They could come to you and say, oh, there's a game, mom, on PlayStation, blah, 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 Sony's website and all that. Make sure it's Sony's website and not a rogue site. That's what I'm saying. As I said, we've said a lot about red flags. Again, you can look at the info card for a playlist that shows you how to keep your young ones safe online. Understanding that you are on the platform that you desire to be on and not a camouflage. That's important and crucial. Okay, so I'm hoping that you are diligent. And you notice I said Black Friday and Cyber Monday. They go hand in hand. The Cyber Monday I found out was coined from America. The Monday after Thanksgiving is Cyber Monday, where techie stuff are generally sold at brilliant prices. So from Friday, which is a Black Friday, you still have Cyber Monday. So it's unending. So the diligence doesn't just last for Friday. You've got to extend it for as long as this season is upon us. And I say season because the Christmas season is also another time where sales are rife. So again, remember, rogues are attracted to wherever it's busy. So we've got to be careful. And I think that's an answer to a question on all our minds. How do we stay safe during this season? And it's important that we're on the ball, that we're not only doing it pre-Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or Christmas. We're doing it all year round, constantly taking that trip, or you're on that journey with your young one as you engage online, okay? And so that's what, for those who just came, that's what we've talked about so far. And so we go to the third and last question. And again, I'll open the screen so you can see. And the third question, and this may be the same, it says, my kids are really into gaming. Oh, my kids. Should I be concerned? Interestingly, I got a question from, and I've just seen something. So we do have something to do. I did promise, there were two things I promised in the, the jingle for this event. But you can see the third question there. It says, my kids are really into gaming. Should I be concerned? And unfortunately, the person is anonymous. So I guess this is a question that most parents have. As I was about to say, I met a friend. I told you last week about him, who had a very creative daughter. I met him again. And he told me about his daughter's. Actually, no, it was through the discussion we were having that it occurred to me that young girls and young boys are, binging on gaming. And this person's question is, my kids are really into gaming. Should I be concerned? And I gave him an answer. And it may be an unpopular answer or a typical answer for a non-gamer. I don't play any games whatsoever, offline or online. And by offline, I mean on portable consoles or on those that are on the internet. None whatsoever. In fact, truth be told, when Game Boy, was it Game Boy? No, the other one. God. Well, you can tell I'm not into it. But there was a platform, I don't know why I can't remember it. There was a platform that you could play Monopoly, you could play golf. I didn't mind golf because it was just fun. And then bowling. I don't know why I forgot. It's not Nintendo, it's not Game Boy. It's something. Okay, I think I still actually we still have the console, but we've not turned it on for a long time. Our kids are old and all that. But the thing I know gaming does that many don't talk about, and perhaps I can go back to you seeing me more clearly. The thing gaming does is it kills creativity. And what do I mean by that? You know, we're in a society where we are very eager to consume content rather than produce content. And especially for our young ones, it will make sense to encourage them to produce or to be producers, not just of content, of things in general. I think it aids creativity. And the clinic is big on promoting creativity. So if they are binging on gaming, that's where the clinic frowns. If they're leisurely doing it every now and then, they go to school, come back, just want to have 30 minutes ago, no problem. But if they're staying up all night, binging on that stuff, they are killing their creative instincts. And I know that I can't prove it, but I know many who are doing this research agree with me. Our kids have a gift. And if they have a gift, we have to nurture that gift. We've got to invest time in promoting that gift. You know, gone are the days where we go outside, and take a walk and allow the world open up before you. Those things don't happen anymore. Now, if we want to engage ourselves, we're just out to entertain ourselves. We're either watching a movie on Netflix or consuming somebody else's content. And so the clinic generally does not encourage the consuming attitude, which gaming is, because you're playing games. You're not creating those games, you're playing them. That's a consuming activity. We'd rather you're more creative. You're reading books, you're gaining knowledge, you are, learning a skill. And if you must be online, you can learn photography. You can learn a lot of skills, learn how to play the keyboard, play an instrument. Those are the things we promote. And so this anonymous user or visitor asking whether he should be concerned about their kid, really into this gaming thing. If it's leisurely done, no problem. But if they're binging on the stuff, then that's a red flag. And then you have to, like we encourage on the platform, you have to sit down with him and make sure you are explaining the risks involved. Of course, we've also shared videos on screen time, which binging on gaming does, because you're constantly looking at either a gaming console or you're looking at a big screen. They have medical repercussions which you need to be aware of. Just click on the info card for that video content. Okay, so you should only be concerned if it is not leisurely, and it's more, rampant and in your face, like continuous. That's when you should be concerned. A little gaming here and there is not bad at all. And I don't want the young ones making me so unpopular. On the clinic, Lawrence is saying that we shouldn't allow our kids. No, that's not what I'm saying. Please allow your kids play games, but be concerned, which was the question, if they're binging on the stuff where you wake up at 2 a.m. If you happen to wake up and the kid, son or daughter, is in a room playing games, that's a problem. That is a problem. So you, the parent, must manage that delicately. Okay? Don't ignore it. And you should be concerned. All right? Okay, so those, I hope that's answered your question. Again, you don't have a name, so I hope it has addressed your concern. If you still have more questions to ask around that area, and that not just this anonymous visitor, but anyone for that matter, if you have concerns about your son or daughter's engagement online gaming, please send in a comment. If you want to do it and have others gain from the answer the clinic will provide, do it publicly via the comment section. And then you can obviously do it privately by sending an email, again, to the email address that will be in the description. Okay? Good stuff. All right. I was excited when I opened this, so perhaps I can show you. If you see, I don't know whether we have time to do this, but let's just go back to this. There's a link there. I can't make it any bigger. Okay. There's a link there where it says guest.ecam.live, and then it gives you a number. I'm going to put it in the link. Let me type it and see. Basically, during the jingle that I sent out, I said that one thing that we're going to try and do this month is to invite a guest. Perhaps you don't want to text. You can come online in the 20 or so minutes that we have and either appreciate the channel live or ask a question live. So I'm just going to type the link in the... No, I'm just going to copy it and place it in the chat, and you should see it. All you have to do is click that link. It's going to ask you to choose your camera. It's going to ask you to put your name. It's going to ask you to choose a mic. You select the camera and mic and put your name and ring. Basically, when you click it, it rings into the live broadcast. And if I identify you, you won't be able to Zoom bomb or bomb, like Zoom bombing. You won't be able to crash the broadcast. But we can pull you in and you can ask your question or give a testimony of sorts about your time with the channel. So I've placed that in the chat. So if you click on it, you click on it, it's going to ring in, and I will be able to add you to the live broadcast. The link will obviously expire once the live broadcast has finished. So you can only use it as a one-off. Okay? So perhaps I can wait for that. And hopefully one of you will be bold enough to call in. Well, in fact, I'm not confident that you're going to do that. But I promised, and there you go. Since I wasn't able to do the Facebook, I'm able to do this one. Okay, so the link is available. Please click on the link and come into the live broadcast as I will add you and we can chat. Make sure if you're coming in that you have enough light on your face. So if you're holding your phone, make sure that you're opposite a window so that you're well lit, and I can add you accordingly. I'll see you come in, so I'll know those whose videos are the most presentable and flattering. It's just a bit of fun. I thought I'll put that in rather than pre-plan a guest who we had, brilliant guy, Kunle, who we had a month or two ago. This one is now opening it up for you to ask your question live on air. I'm excited about that. I don't know whether you are. If you are and bold, please click that link. Okay? I'm sure I can wait. Okay. We don't need to be seeing that. So other things that I would love to make you aware of is your subscription. You know, we have a lot of content. And a year ago, I won't say this, but we've done a year and a bit. So I'm excited that through our engagement, you've gained something. But we want others to be a part of this platform. And so if you're visiting or if you're on the platform and you have not subscribed. As you can see future videos, so you don't miss any future videos. If you subscribe, you get an email when the videos are released. So it makes sense for you, to subscribe and make them aware that this platform is for them. Okay? Don't allow this pass you by. Okay? Cool. We obviously have pages on Facebook. We have pages on Twitter. These are all things that we have and we're proud of, but they're all created and designed for you, to get on board. Please subscribe, like the content. If you're on the platform already, I can see a number. The number that I see online does not match the amount of likes. I have said the key to liking a video is not just so that in the future the channel gets paid. That's good, but that's not the focus. The focus is we want this to get to as many people as possible. And YouTube is able to do that when it sees a lot of engagement. When you don't engage by liking or subscribing, the content remains just with us and those currently subscribed. So please like the content. You will be sowing a seed into somebody else's life because the content will be, sent to them when they are browsing. YouTube will suggest, or perhaps you want to watch this video and they have an opportunity. So those are really the things that promote engagement, and it won't be a good thing if I don't tell you. Okay. Wow, I get a like and I also get a frown. Okay. Whoever is putting the frown, I don't know what you're not happy with. Perhaps you can... okay, no, the person that's taking the frown away, it was a mistake. And that's good. That's good. Good mistake, because what am I doing wrong? Are you gaining from it? If you're not gaining from it, of course, we welcome frowns, but explain what we're doing wrong. That way we can tidy it up, perhaps. Okay? But thankfully, they've taken the frown away. That's what frown is, yeah? Give me a like. Give the clinic a like, okay? Good stuff. We still have a few more minutes. Please send those questions in or come in live using the link that we've placed. And while that's going on, I'll have a sip of my what do they call it? Soda. If you're just coming, we've answered all the questions, so of course we'll recap at some point, but we've answered the questions that we had sent in via the web page. Interestingly, we've had no questions live, and that's worrying. I mentioned at the beginning, would the noon thing change to 10? If we're not getting any questions, then it may just mean that people are still sleeping. I thought our Asian folks will be well pleased with this time because it's just earlier in the day for them. It's afternoon. But nothing from them. Interesting. Okay, as I said, Saturday is busy. I don't take it for granted. I know we are all busy. But again, the channel wants to sow into your lives. So it's not really a good engagement if you're reading it, or rather watching this video offline or after the live. That defeats the purpose of the live Q&A, because we do that anyway. We do the weekly videos anyway. So why would you want to just watch it after when you can come and engage, Okay. Well, we've got our question, and it is from the UK, I have to add. And I'll look at the question and add it to the broadcast just now. Let's see. Thank you for saving them. All right. So the question, as you can see, is: Hi, Cyber Pastor. Snapchat posts and stores Okay, Zachary, believe it or not, let me put the question back on. I just answered that question. I suppose we can still answer it. Basically, I'm reading your question as Snapchat posts. I'm trying to understand the question. I think it's clear. You could have come on live and asked the question. I don't know. Anyway, that's just me. It says, Snapchat posts and stories claim to disappear. Okay, I've got that now. After 24 hours. We've just answered that. It only disappears after 24 hours if it's been opened. And I think it's even shorter. We're talking about snaps and chats. I showed us a link on their support page. Perhaps we can go there again because there's no other question. We can definitely go there. Let me show you what I found. Okay. So if you see the statement here, and thanks for the research. That's always good. It says, when does Snapchat delete snaps and chats? And this is from their support page. It says, delete is our default. Most messages sent over Snapchat will be automatically deleted once they've been viewed or have expired. So it doesn't give a timeline there. But then if you go further, it says that Snapchat servers are designed to automatically delete all snaps after they've been viewed by all recipients. So that's the immediate delete. It does that when everyone who has that content has read it. But those unread or unopened snaps or chats are deleted after 30 days. And you mentioned, in your question, you mentioned 24 hours. Let's see if we can get that back on the screen. You mentioned 24 hours. Let's see if we can address that. For that one, they disappear after 24 hours if they are unopened snaps or chats sent to a group chat. That's where the 24-hour thing comes in. And then you've asked further in your B, let's see. You say, is that really true, or are they stored somewhere digitally? Well, I suppose I've answered that now. They are definitely stored, as they've said, for up to 30 days. So if it's unopened, it is deleted after 30 days. Now, crucially, what I shared before your question came was that that's all good. At least that's knowledge. You get that information. But crucially, the clinic is finding that the young ones who are screen recording, they're screen recording the chats anyway. So whether Snapchat deletes it immediately or after, they have these recordings on their phone. And so if the content was inappropriate, we were saying that the internet does not have a delete key, so make sure you tell your young ones that it doesn't have a delete key. And so if you have inappropriate content and someone has screen recorded it, then it's now offline content, which can be posted online again at leisure. And that is frightening, but it is true, you know? So the bottom line is, yes, the vendor says they delete or do some cleaning of sorts. Make sure that as you're posting, you are aware that the internet does not have a delete key, which means that you have to be prudent with the content that you're posting online. Okay? All right, Zachary says, oh, sorry, that he thanks. Yeah, answered his question. Okay, good, Zach. Next time when you ask the question, perhaps you can come online. There's a link there. That link will bring you in, would have brought you in online if you clicked it, and you would have just joined the live show. You've missed an opportunity. Okay, but you have engaged, and I hope that's answered your question. Okay, so folks, we're going to wrap this up. As I said at the beginning, I'm here for you for an hour each month. The last live Q&A for the year will be late December. I'm still playing around because I know how busy people are. So I'll play it by ear, but we'll have one in December. And as I promised, when we do have it, we'll also post to Facebook Live so that we get our Facebook audience online too. We weren't able to post to Facebook Live this week as promised because of some technical issues, which we hope will be addressed before the next live Q&A. Okay? It's been a blast for me. I always enjoy this time. I hope even those who are not here can get to see the video and get some benefit from the questions that have been answered today. I want to thank everyone who has made time to be a part of today's broadcast. I treasure you, and I make no apology for the time and effort that I put in. I love that on with your young ones. I remain enthused. I remain excited about the opportunities before us. I've said that during the Cyber Monday, which is in 2 days' time, and the past Black Friday, which is extending through the weekend. Please, you and your young ones, be diligent. Make sure that you are being careful, you're looking out for red flags, and that you are being prudent whilst engaging online. I'm your host. I love what I do. I love what the clinic is able to offer. I welcome ideas. I welcome opportunities to collaborate with people of similar minds. My mind is to empower the family while they engage online. That's why we were best. So if you have ideas that will, make that better, or at least give that more foundation, if you like, please reach out to me. In the description, you have an email address that you can use to reach out, and we can talk. Okay? I'm wishing you a peaceful start to the last month of the year. I hope that you will remain safe as we come off the national lockdown and into the tier systems, that will be diligently conforming to those guidelines, because it makes life better for everyone. And it's nice to know that you are contributing your own quota. Okay? I'm Lawrence Edem. I love what I do. Please make sure you're telling a lot of people, your friends and family particularly, about this platform. Until next week, when we go back to our regular engagements, God bless and goodbye.